show. Let's bring him in now. One of the stars of Ballers, actor Omar Benson Miller. Omar.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm in. I'm here. What's going on?
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. What's going on with you guys? I'm pumped.
Oh, I can't complain. Ballers premiered last week. A lot of fanfare, a lot of good talk so far about it. What kind of feedback are you hearing?
You know what? The majority of it is positive. The only negative feedback I've gotten, which is still positive, is that people wish that it was an hour long instead of a half hour. But I think that what happens is, with the way that it was, they're trying to jam up a lot of stuff in the first 30 minutes. Now I think that everything is established. The half-hour format is going to do us really well moving forward.
Now, for those who have not seen the show, you play Charles Green on the show. He is a retired lineman. Who is Charles?
Man, Charles is a good dude that's just trying to find his way, and he can't really figure out what he's doing now that he's no longer playing ball. His entire identity has been about football, and now that he's no longer playing, he's trying to figure out how does he fit in society, and he's kind of having a rough go of it.
And, yeah, most definitely. I saw watching last week, Charles was having a rough time. He was laying there on the couch, and his wife wasn't really too happy with him. Let me ask you this. A lot of times you see with football players after retirement, athletes in general, after retirement, they have a difficult time, doing something after they retire. Doing this show and doing this particular role, do you have a greater appreciation for that?
No question. I mean, I spoke to a lot of guys about it, and it's pretty common, to be honest. It's pretty common amongst the guys because to get to the level of a professional athlete, you have to commit so much of yourself, so literally this is probably what you've been doing since you were a little boy. And so then once it ends, you're kind of like, wow, what do? I don't need to go to practice. I don't need to go hit the gym. What am I doing? And truth be told, a lot of these guys are getting shuffled through whatever college situation they're in, and nobody's really concerned about their education. They're more concerned about what they bring as a commodity to the school. And, then when that all ends, if you don't have an exit strategy, you can find yourself lost in the wilderness.
Let me ask you this now. I know I read somewhere where you said you talked to various players, and you just said here you talked to various players. Who are some of the players that you reached out to?
Oh, man, I got to keep that on the low because there's going to be some things that I use as tools. As you see, as the season progresses, I don't want to put anybody on blast. For some dudes who literally are retired and have the exact same scenario dealing with their wife that kind of rides them a bunch. The other dudes who were single and swinging and got hurt and that were high-end profile guys, and then the tide kind of turned on them.
So you kind of take stuff from their lives and use it with your character.
Absolutely. I mean, as an artist, this is what I do. My job is to recreate real life. And so I'm watching a lot of different behavior all the time. And so whether it's with my friends, whether it's stuff that I see out and about, you're trying to create a character that people believe is hard work. And the way that you do that is you pepper it with your experiences that you've had in real life.
We're talking to one of the stars of Ballers, Omar Miller. And Omar, let me ask you this now, man. You're 6'5", you're a pretty big dude. Did you play football yourself?
No, man, I got recruited to play football since I came out the womb. But I played baseball and basketball. I was more interested in less contact. But, I ended up getting busted up in those sports, too, so I might as well play football, to be honest.
Right. I mean, yeah, definitely. You probably wouldn't have got busted. I mean, you would have got busted up a little more playing football than those sports, right?
I don't know, to be honest, because it all depends. Nowadays it's different than it was when I was younger. When I was younger, man, football players would come out of the NFL and they couldn't barely walk. Like, you had guys that were all mangled. Now it seems like the way that they've adjusted the game, the league in and of itself is a little bit more friendly to the body, I would say. The only thing is that you got bigger guys running faster now, but by and large, with the way that they protect the quarterback and the way that they protect a lot of, receivers and so on and so forth, getting stuck isn't the way that the game is now. It's no longer a vicious game like it was before. It's still a man's game, but it's not vicious like it once was.
Right. For sure. Definitely. It's a kinder, gentler NFL that we've seen on the football field.
And it's an offensive-based NFL. You know, it's an offensive game now. They want points on the board. They want touchdowns, and that's what brings the ladies to watch as well as the gentlemen. In the past, they didn't care how you won. The defense is the surest, finest way to do that, to bully some guys and punch them in the mouth. But nowadays, they don't want to see that. They need all the quarterbacks. They want the quarterbacks to take off their helmets and show their pretty faces, and that's what sells beer and ads and everything else.
Right, definitely. Let me ask you this now. I read somewhere where you felt that your character, Charles, was uncool. Is Omar cooler than Charles?
Oh, no doubt, without question. I mean, Charles is the anti-cool on the show. This is why he's so relatable, because I don't know if most people can identify with guys driving Maseratis and Bentleys and whatnot, talking about running out of money after signing the $12 or $15 million deal. I don't know if most dudes can, I don't know if most dudes are on that. But most people can identify with a guy who has a job and has a wife that's kind of fed up with some of his laziness and wants to hang out with his buddies and drives a Chevy pickup. I think most people can identify with that.
For sure, for sure. We're talking to actor Omar Benson Miller, one of the stars of Ballers, which airs on HBO each and every Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern on HBO. You're on set with guys like The Rock, Dule Hill as well. You're talking about some very good guys, some very good actors. What's it like being on set with those guys?
A whole ball of fun, because you know what? These guys, man, they are confident actors who are already established. They don't have anything to prove in the sense that they want to work together. Nobody's trying to diva anybody or steal scenes and whatnot. And in that, it became a real familial kind of environment, man.
Okay.
DJ's as cool as they get. That dude is the best. He's the kind of guy you want at the barbecue. And Dule, I've known for years. That's my man in real life. Like we run around. We bowl together. We do the whole song and dance. And then when we go to work, we already have the respect of one another as friends, and we can come in and give it our best.
That's cool. That's definitely cool that you're on set with one of your boys.
Yeah, it's critical, because you don't get that a lot in the movies.
Right.
And people don't know. A lot of times you do movies, and then you might not talk to the dude ever again in life. There's a lot of people that don't keep in contact. So it's kind of like set friends as opposed to real friends. And in a situation like with Dule, we're actually real friends, so it makes everything easier.
That's pretty cool. Let me ask you this now. How did this role come about for you?
You know what? I got a call that it was up, and come to find it's something that they wrote for me. Steve Levinson is the creator of the show. He's also somebody that I played basketball with for years, so he knew that I was athletic and knew that he followed my career, and he's one of the producers of Entourage and Boardwalk Empire, several movies. And he had me in mind for this thing, and I was the first guy on board after Dwayne. And as the season goes on, everybody will see they really trusted me with a lot of the dramatic, real-life problems that people can relate to. And as an actor, that's a serious honor, and I appreciate that. So
that was my next question. How honored were you to know that, look, man, this role was set up just for me? That has to, like you said, it's got to be a great, great feeling.
It's a great feeling, especially when you're working with the biggest movie star in the world, literally and figuratively. Right. You have to get, just like any team, you have to get strong players around to support the leader of the team. And that's where you call a guy like me to come and play my position and support Dwayne and support some of the younger guys who maybe don't have the experience, and show them the way and kind of set the tone on set. So I just appreciate the fact that they were, they trusted me with that.
So you feel like you're a role player type. You're not necessarily LeBron, but maybe you're Kyrie.
Not in this setting. That's the thing about the movies. It changes every project. So it's all about being a part of the team. And definitely Dwayne Johnson is the LeBron character. In this situation, maybe even the Steph Curry, because this dude is going to win. And that's all it is to it.
We're talking to one of the stars of Ballers, Omar Benson Miller. Let me ask you this now, and looking at the first episode, we saw Deshaun Jackson, we saw Steven Jackson in that first episode. What other athletes are going to be coming on Ballers as we go throughout the course of this season?
Oh, man, you got Giancarlo Stanton, the highest paid baseball player of all time. What else we got on the show? There's quite a few guys that stopped by the set. I don't know if they did cameos or not. But we had John Jay from the St. Louis Cardinals came by.
Okay.
We have a pretty all-star staff, when it's going to be all said and done, you're going to be like, damn, they got everybody on the show. And a lot of those dudes, they live in Miami. So we got Terrell Suggs on the show. I think John Gruden might make a cameo. Russell Wilson might make a cameo. It's pretty intense when it comes to the league. We got dudes in the league on the show. Believe that.
Was there anyone that stood out for you in terms of any of the athletes that stood out for you?
You know what? Antonio Brown was super cool. He was a really, really cool, humble brother, man. That dude was solid. And he was interested, with the acting and whatnot. You know who else was really cool? We got Chris Birdman Anderson that makes an appearance on the show. Okay. And Bird was crazy cool. Birdzilla was dope, man. And, these guys, it's a trip with the athletes because it's either one of two ways. They either show up like it's no big deal and they're too cool for school, or they show up super prepared to the point where they want to do the best in the world like athletes are. They're super disciplined and super rehearsed, which is, you got to respect it when they show up ready to play.
Definitely. Anybody that you want to name that was a little
because
too
you'll
cool
see a lot
for
of these dudes. You'll see a lot of these dudes show up and then be super nervous. Same dudes who shoot, free throws in front of millions of people or hit baseballs a mile and crush quarterbacks and stuff, and they're super nervous when the cameras come on when it's not sport. It was funny to watch.
I guess at the end of the day, it's not their arena. You know what I mean?
And they respected that, though. That's one thing that I respect, from this side, is that, wow, you know what, these guys are cool. We had Jeremy Shockey's on the show, Eric Hosmer from the Kansas City Royals is on the show. You'll see, they're going to start trickling in every episode.
Anybody that you would name that was a little too cool for school?
Nah, they know who they are. They know who they are. It was a fun set. So I ain't going to put nobody on blast. But there was a couple of dudes that showed up that didn't have, they act like they were doing us a favor. It was just very interesting.
Obviously, a great start to the show. What can I expect moving forward from the show?
More comedy. The shows get funnier and funnier. I feel like the pilot episode had to lay down and commit to a certain element of drama just because of what we're trying to establish. You want to root the show in real life, And so you have the situation like with Spencer popping the pills. You have a situation where Spencer sets Ricky Jarrett straight about the Ricky rules and whatnot. And I think that you're going to get a lot more laughs as the show continues. Even though a lot of truth is being said in jest, there's a lot more laughs coming for you.
Sounds good. I can't wait to see all those laughs. Obviously, you're doing big things with Ballers. What else do you have up your sleeve? What else is going on with Omar Benson Miller?
You know what, man? Right now, I'm writing. I'm doing some writing and some developing with my brother, and we're trying to sell a couple story ideas and movie ideas to the studios so that we can start telling our own stories and start using the voice that we have to get some more diversity out into the world of television and film. So I'm really focused on that right now. I had my travel show that We Can Fix before, and that was a lot of fun, and we're trying to figure out if we're going to continue doing that somewhere else. And, it was just the best job in the world because they paid me to run around the world eating and drinking and meeting people. So that was pretty awesome. So
for
right
sure,
now,
everybody would want to be you.
Oh, who doesn't want to be me, realistically? I think I'm like the 49ers. Who's got it better than us? So it's a pretty solid gig I got. But, so just doing the work right now, letting the show land where it does, a lot of promotion going on for the show. And as the summertime winds up, try to shoot a movie before I go back to shooting another season of bowling.
Wow. I mean, you're a busy man, and that busy is always good in your business, and any business for that matter.
Busy is good. Thank God for it. It's just, it's great to be in a good spot. You spend enough time in life in difficult spots. This is a great time to be in a good spot. Shooting a show in Miami is definitely a good spot.
I wish I was you, man. I want to be you when I grow up.
Man, we'll work we'll hang out.
Come on. I mean, I'm 5'7", 5'8". You're 6'5". You're in Hollywood. You're shooting in Miami. I mean, you got a full head of hair. I'm bald. I mean, I want to be Omar Miller when I grow up.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Fans,
man, I'm going to get it nowadays.
Fans, make sure you check this man out each and every Sunday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern on HBO. Ballers, Omar Benson Miller, The Rock, Dule Hill, a lot of great actors, a lot of great stuff going on with that show, and a lot of great action. Make sure you connect with this man on Twitter at Omar Miller and support all the great things going on with Ballers and all the great things going on with Omar Miller. Omar, pleasure talking to you, man. Wish you nothing but the best of luck moving forward. Let's do it again.
Congrats on your success, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Definitely. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.